Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School as we are here for varsity volleyball action now as the Wildcats of North Fulton High School remain in the house to take on the BPC Spartans here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We're just a minute or so, actually about 8 seconds away, I guess. So we'll be getting ready for all the fantastic evening. We were talking there a little bit. Sorry, didn't get much of a pregame show here for the varsity contest. We were able to get Coach Rotifer on before we ended our last broadcast. Coach Bowman's going to come up and talk to us here after the varsity game, as we'll going to do the national anthem, and then Mr. Rotifer will do the starting lineups as well. We'll tell you about those as he comes out also.
We will play the national anthem first, and would everybody please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
So the national anthem's out of the way. Andy Rotifer, Mr. Rotifer, is going to do the starting lineups.
And now for your starting lineups. First, for the visiting North.
We'll let you hear what he has to say.
Wearing number 12, a junior, Abby Patterson. Wearing number 13, a senior, Kendra Hartstern. Wearing number 15, a senior, Caitlin Collier. Wearing number 17, a junior, Jenna Schlepp. Wearing number 25, a junior, Jenna Gorsuch. Wearing number 31, a senior, Grace Bridson. And the libero number 1, a senior, Audrey Taccaroni. And now, the starting lineup for your Bushnell Prairie City Spartans. Wearing number 17, a junior, Katie Rotifer. Wearing number 21, a senior, Jevin Sickle. Wearing number 18, a senior, Amanda Gilfillan. Wearing number 20, another senior, Maisie Kramer. Wearing number 13, a senior, Sharon McAvoy. Wearing number 22, a junior, Courtney Oakman. And the libero, number 45, Gracie Haven. And our officials tonight, Julie Tierstrip and Lana Porter.
Couple good officials in the house, Lana Porter and Julie Cheerstrip, the officials tonight. So I'll tell you the starting lineup at right back for the Wildcats. Number 15, a senior, Caitlin Collier. At right front, a senior, number 13, Kendra Hartstern. At middle front, a senior, number 31, Grace Bridson. At left front, a junior, number 25, Jenna Gorsuch. At left back, a junior, number 12, Abby Patterson. And at middle back, a junior, number 17, Jenna Schlich. So for BPC, it'll be At right back, a junior, number 17, Katie Rotifer. At right front, a senior, number 21, Jevany Sickles. At middle front, a senior, number 18, Amanda Gilfillan. At left front, a senior, number 20, Maisie Kramer. At right back, left back, a senior, number 13, Sheridan McAvoy. And Courtney Oakman, a junior, is at middle back, wearing number 22. She'll be replaced by Gracie Havens as we're underway here. And then a block right off the bat on a pushover attempt was by Gracie Bridson, and a point for the Wildcats here in set number 1. Serving for the Wildcats is number 15. That is Caitlin Collier. She has 2 service points now. A little more height for this Wildcats varsity squad. McAvoy. Rotifer gets there. And then Gilfillan hit it over once and then hit it into the net the second time. Another point for Collier. And the Wildcats, they lead 3-0. Havens comes up to get it. Rotifer tries to tip it over. It's a little too far behind her. It's out of bounds. 4-0. North Fulton with the lead. Still serving is Collier. Kramer. Rotifer gets there. Gilfillan's going to hit it. She does. It's dug by the libero. I believe that's Audrey Tarconi. And a kill by number 13, Kendra Hartstern. Another point for the Wildcats. 5-0. Checking in for BPC, number 25, Ashanti Strange, replacing number 13, Sheridan McAvoy. Another serve that was short. Sickles. Now it's going to be set to Sickles, and she's going to hit off the net. 4 hits. Another point, 6-0 for the Wildcats. Number 1 is Audrey Tecaroni. And a service error for Collier that time finally, and BPC gets the serve for the first time. Katie Rotifer. Into the net. Looks like they called 20, I believe, or 21. They didn't really give the right signal, I don't think, but it's a side out. 7-1 is the score. Gilfillan puts it across. Now it's going to be a hit. Ashanti Strange from 25 to 25, and Rotifer can't control the rush to the net for the set. She goes over the baseline on the net, and it's a point for the Wildcats. Serving is number 13, Kristen Hartstern. It's a kill by Abby Patterson. Second point for Hartstern. It's 9-1. Jenna, tell me how to pronounce your name. I know you put something up there and then you retracted it. If you can spell your name so I can read it, make sure I'm saying it right. Is it Slick? Timeout BPC as they trail now 10-0. As Kendra Hartstern gets her third service point, and we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Slish. Slish. Is that, if I'm saying that right, just send me a yes. I'm too far away from the screen to read it too well. I apologize. I think that's, yep, Slish. Okay. Well, I will try to say that the rest of the way, Jenna. I appreciate it. Rodifer. Gilfillan, nice hit, but there for the dig was the Wildcats. And chasing it down was number 25, Jenna Gorsuch. And so a point for the Wildcats again. It's 11-1. Maisie Kramer pushes it across. The set's going to come middle, and a little tip. Oh, Havens, a good job getting to it. Sickles is going to push it across. Now, Rodifer to Kramer. Set back row. It's going to be a free ball. Now to Sickles. Sickles is going to get it to fall finally as Tecaroni is how I was told to pronounce that. If I'm saying that wrong, let me know. I'll try to say it right if it's incorrect. I was told Tecaroni. Doesn't look like Tecaroni. Serving for BPC is Sickles. And Sickles is going to get the first service point of the game for BPC. Giovanni Sickles. And it's 11-3. Rodifer digs it with one arm. Sickles now, Haven's going to push it across. Tecaroni. Patterson's going to tip it. Rodifer there to dig it. Now Ashanti Strange is going to be on the attack. She gets it across. It's dug there by Hartstern. Now Sickles is going to get it. It's going to be a third hit by Strange. She pushes it across again. Hartstern. Now it's going to go right side. And a nice hit. I believe that over there was Gorsuch. And she gets the kill. And a side out for the Wildcats. Back to serve is Tecaroni. Melissa Tyrell, thanks for joining us. I know you were watching the JV contest as well. And a little set was a little behind Kramer. She couldn't get quite back to it. A point for the Wildcats. First one for Tecaroni. Oh, what a serve. That fell inside the 10-foot line, an ace. It's 14-3. We do want to welcome all the North Fulton fans watching, all the Bushnell fans watching as well. We do love to hear where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. Of course, if you can tell me how to pronounce names, then we quite obviously know which team you're rooting for. But Rodifer to Gilfillan. Now to Strange, and into the net it goes. Hitting air, and it's a point for the Wildcats. Tecaroni serving again. Sickles, Rodifer, out to Strange on the left side. It's a little deep, out of bounds. It's 16-3. Deep to Havens. Back row attack coming from Sickles. It's Doug. They're going to get it across. Sickles to Rodifer, now to Strange again. It's deep right corner, just out of bounds. Sheridan McAvoy is going to check in, replacing Strange. 17-3 is the score. Tecaroni deep to Sickles again. Rodifer, what a pass. That was a great pass on serve receive. And then McAvoy is going to come in and get a kill right off the bat, off the bench, in between Tecaroni. And I believe that was Hartstern back there. Back to serve for BPC will be number 18, Amanda Gilfin. BPC with just one service point so far here in set number 1. A yellow card given to number 15. That is Caitlin Collier. And Caitlin gets the yellow card for having an earring in her ear. Sometimes they just tell them to take them out, but we're going to give the yellow card here. Tarchioni. Joshua Graybolt, it's Tarchioni. If I'm saying that right, just say yes for me. Tarchioni. I didn't think it looked like what I thought. So Tarchioni with the serve. And earlier, now Amanda Gilfillan gets the point for BPC. That's her second service point. First, excuse me. Oh, a nice short serve. That one fell inside the 10-foot line as well. And Gilfillan's trying to bring the Spartans back a little bit here. They trail 17-6 now. Left side, an over. Oh, I thought it was going to be an overpass. It didn't get over. It just went to the net and fell right in front of Sheridan McAvoy. And another point and for BPC. Finally coming to life a little bit here. Now they're going to come near side. That's Hartstern. Now Patterson on the attack from the left side. A nice dig by Sickles. Patterson going to set middle to Courtney Oakman. Gilfillan gets it. Now to Rotifer, and Oakman has to just send a free ball across. Middle it goes, and the dig over there is by Gilfillan. Now it's going to be McAvoy on the hit. Patterson there for the dig. Bump set middle. Rotifer has to get it. Now it's going to go Gilfillan. And Curley's going to send it across. Anna Curley in the game, number 5. Patterson on another hit. Gilfillan another dig. Now back set to Oakman. Oakman hits it left side out of bounds. A good little rally that time, but it ends in a side out for BPC as Gracie Havens checks back in. Back to serve for the Wildcats, number 25, Jenna Gorsuch. Gorsuch serve, and Sickles was right there. She's looking at her arms. She's not sure how she missed it, and I'm not real sure how she missed it, but she did. I think it went right through her arms, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know how on earth she missed that one. She got that one, though. And it's going to be Gorsuch now set middle to back across. That's number 22 in the game. It's Ellie Quick. Patterson now off the block and in for Patterson. A point for the Wildcats. Second point for Gorsuch. And they lead 20-7 here in set number 1. Now a little short serve. Curley's there. Now a bump set from Rotifer. McAvoy. Tarchioni on the dig, but then it goes out of bounds. A side out. BPC gets the serve back. Anna Curley back to serve now for BPC. Into the net. Side out. Checking out for the Wildcats will be Abby Patterson. Checking in, I believe it's number 7, Olivia Hanlon. Hanlon will be back to serve. Josh Grable, thank you very much for the pronunciation, by the way. Courtney Oakman tries a little dink, doesn't work. Gorsuch the set. It's bumped across by Collier. Now McAvoy's going to push it across, and she could have got an illegal hit there. They didn't call it, though. There's Quick with a hit. Rotifer now back set to Oakman. And almost got it across. Gorsuch from her knees reached out and tried to hit it, and it was about 6 inches short from going over the net. Ashanti Strange checks back in, replacing Sheridan McAvoy. Strange will go back to serve now. Nice jump serve by Strange. The hit by Hartstern and a kill as it went off of Kramer. And another side out. It's 22-9 now. As checking in is number 31, Gracie Bridson, as she is who Tarchioni plays for in the back row. And Sickles battled for that at the net, got it across, and then the serving was number 17. Slish. Rodefer had a perfect pass and thought she'd just try to push it over the net. It didn't work. It's 23-10. Wildcats would lead. Back to serve for her second time as Caitlin Collier. She was the initial server of the game. Sickles got to it. Kramer now is pushed over by Strange. To the net it comes. To the middle it goes to Bridson, and Bridson's going to get a kill, and it'll be set point for the Wildcats. 24-10 is the score. Collier back to serve again. She has 7 service points here in the first set. Havens gets it. Rodefer is going to go far side to Sickles. She bumps it across. Tarchioni with the dig. Free ball. Kramer. Rodefer to the middle to Gilfillan, excuse me. Now Tarchioni hits it into the net, a side out for the Spartans, and it's Katie Rodefer back to serve again, the junior. Her team trailing by 13, and the next point wins it for the Wildcats. Gorsuch hits it into the net, so they're not going to get it there. BPC closes to 12 now. Has to serve 12 more straight points here for the BPC to not lose this set, though. Collier on the set. It goes far side, and it's going to come right down the net. And I believe that was Abby Patterson. I believe it was Patterson, or it was 13, Kendra Hartstern. Couldn't read the number. Must have been. It was actually Hartstern on the kill, and that'll end set number 1. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. We want to thank Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell. They offer full-service banking. You can call them at 772-2345. Also Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell. They've been part of the Bushnell School District and Spartan Athletics for many years. Farmers and Merchants State Bank in Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank has been a mainstay in Bushnell. You can stop by and see them at 484 East Main Street or the drive-up facility on Cole Street. Also, Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And Bushnell's only furniture store, M&B Furniture, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. So make sure you stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street to find out more. You can also find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at mbfurniturinc.com. Also here in Bushnell, Country Financial Agent Shelley Poston. You can see Shelley at her office, or you can call her at 309-772-3003. And Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product near or far. Doesn't really matter. They can do it all. They have top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair as well. You can stop and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 775-3333. And McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as the best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Also, Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone. Pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out, 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. So, 25-12, set one. And BPC has to make a big turnaround here to get back in, as Patterson has to replace Hanlon because Hanlon came back in after being in the last game, but she actually has to come out, and Tarchioni is in at the libero position as well. Looks like she is replacing Slish. Here's the serve by Rotifer. Hit by Collier. Off of McAvoy, out of bounds, and a side out starts things off for the Wildcats as they have the first point. Back to serve is the aforementioned Collier. She had 7 service points in the first contest, or first set, I should say. Havens to Rotifer. Back set to Sickles off of the block of Bridson, and a kill for Sickles and a side out for BPC. And Hanlon is in the game now. Back to serve is Sickles for BPC. A jump serve this time. Left side's reserved by Collier. No, that was not Collier. Collier was on a set. Bridson on a hit. The receive was by Hartstern. Now Tarchioni. Collier. Oh, there's a nice little just dink tap over the net by Hartson. A kill and a side out. Sometimes you don't have to hit it hard, you just have to hit it. And that's what she did. She got it over in the right spot. And a hitting air into the net. Another point for the North Fulton Wildcats. First point for Hartstern. An ace that time, a second point. Makes it 4-1. Hartstern again. That time the pass didn't get to its point. A passing error and a point for the Wildcats. Checking back in for BPC is going to be Ashanti Strange, replacing number 13, Sheridan McAvoy. Sickles on the receiving of the serve. Strange on the hit, and just it was a great placement, a little cross court, but it just went a little bit out of bounds. So a hitting error and another point. 6-1 is the score. Havens comes up, nice pass to Rotifer. Gets to Gilfillan, and Gilfillan gets the kill for BPC. They close the gap to 6-2. Back to serve is Gilfillan. Checking in is Courtney Oakman for BPC. Gilfillan serve. Tarchioni. And her pass went to the net. Collier couldn't do anything with it. A point for BPC and a first service point of the contest for the Spartans. Gilfillan has scored in both now. Nice short serve right down the right sideline. And another point for BPC. It's 6-4 and another service point for Gilfillan. Just over the net, a let serve and an ace. If you watch any of these, I say it all the time, but man, that's got to be the hardest serve to try to receive. That thing hits the net like that and just barely gets over. Tarchioni got a hand on it, which was pretty much a miracle, but Gilfillan, another serve here. She served 3 straight. Collier's going to set Bridson. Now Sickles Oakman's going to send it across. Tarchioni up. Collier on his back set to Gorsuch. Rotifer. Oakman going to set it over to Strange. Strange is going to hit it deep, but Hartstern's there. Now Oakman to Rotifer to Oakman, and she's going to push it across. Hartstern's there again. Gorsuch on a hit. Rotifer's there. Oakman is going to get the kill. It's actually not a kill, but we'll call it a kill. It's a point nonetheless. And BPC has battled back to tie it here with 4 straight service points from Amanda Gilfillan. And that one's off a service error, but she served 4 straight. It's 7-6, and Tarchioni is, well, she's not going to serve. Checking in to serve is Gracie Sharping, number 14. Into the net it goes. And a side out. Back to serve for BBC will be number 20, Maisie Kramer. Short, good dig. Going to come to Quick. Now an overpass. Kramer comes up to get it. Now a set as Rotifer's going to have to bump it across on a free ball. Collier's going to set Quick. Rotifer again on the dig. Now it's going to be a back set to Strange, and it's going to go off of Sharping, but they get it back across to Gorsuch. Now Sickles to Rotifer. Right side or left side it goes to Strange. The set was a little short. Strange had to come about 5 steps just to get into it, and she couldn't do it, so a side out on the set / hitting air, and Gorsuch will be back to serve. Checking in for BPC will be number 13, Sheridan McAvoy. Gorsuch on the serve. Havens on the dig on the serve receive. Oakman, a nice hit. Courtney Oakman has really been the most consistent hitter on this squad in its first 2 games that we've seen. Didn't get a lot of chances to hit the ball in the first set. McAvoy back to serve now. Nice little pass to Gorsuch. Quick to hit. McAvoy. And it's going to be up and a free ball over by Collier. Havens outside middle. No, it was middle to Oakman, and Oakman hits it out. They said it's out. So it's 9-8. That was really close. Back to serve for the Wildcats, number 7, Olivia Hanlon. Checking in for BPC, number 25, Ashanti Strange. Sickles receives the serve overhand. Now Oakman's going to get it across. She does. Gorsuch to middle to Quick. Havens, now Sickles on a hit, and it's in. Sickles gets the kill, and we're back at 9-9. Now Gilfillan checks back in as Gracie Havens takes a seat, and Oakman serves. Nice hard serve right at Gracie Sharping, and it's a point for BPC. They lead 10-9 as Oakman gets her first service point of the contest. Oakman to serve again. Right at Sharping it goes again. Gorsuch comes to get it. Now Sharping's going to push it across, and her free ball fell right at the 10-foot line, and Kramer couldn't get to it. She was too deep to start. Nobody came off the net to help. And it's a side out. And we're knotted again. As Hartstern sits back in. As Tarchioni back to serve. Nice serve right in front of a Shanti Strange as Sickles was there and then kind of moved out of the way, and Strange could not react soon enough. Tarchioni gets this point, and it's 11-10 North Fulton. BPC in that time, Sickles went after it and tipped it over Strange's head, and they couldn't get to it. Another point for Tarchioni. It's kind of an odd serve-receive formation with Sickles playing deep middle like that from the net position. Surprised they didn't serve it at her again. It's a tough spot to play. Gilfillan on the hit Now Gorsuch is going to bump it across. Havens, Rotifer, now Gilfillan in the middle. And it's a kill for Amanda Gilfillan. And it's 12-11, North Fulton with the lead, and Katie Rotifer going back to serve. BPC playing a 5-1, 5 hitters, 1 setter. 6-2 for North Fulton as Gorsuch and Collier share setting duties. Now Rotifer is going to set it over to Sickles. Sickles way deep, unless that went off a hand. Hitting error. It's 13-11, North Fulton with the lead, and Collier goes back to serve. That means Gorsuch will be a hitter now, and Collier will be the setter for North Fulton. Now Rotifer sets middle to Gilfillan, and Tarchioni thought it was deep and out. She was wrong, and it's a side out to BPC. They trail by 1. They have to get a win here in set 2 or this one will be over. Back to serve is Sickles for the Spartans. Jump serve, and it's going to be short. Didn't get to the net. Side out for BPC. Back to serve is number 13, Kendra Hartstern. Nice. Serve receive. As Bridson put it right back at Rotifer, and then a hit into the net, which resulted in 4 hits, and a side out back to BPC. Gilfillan now to serve. She served 4 straight earlier here in set number 2. Her team trails by 1, 14-13. Deep right to Tarchioni. It's an overpass. Courtney Oakman is there. It's a dig by Tarchioni. Now it's Bridson. Now Oakman's going to push it across. Now Collier sets Gorsuch. Gorsuch pushes it back to the deep right corner over Gilfillan, and Sickles couldn't get there. It's a side out again. This time it's Sharping coming in to serve as Bridson takes a seat. Or Hartstern takes a seat, excuse me. Sickles, Oakman, Rotifer. Gorsuch, quick on the hit, and it's going to fall in front of Gracie Havens. A point for Sharping. And a timeout by BPC. We'll take a break as well here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. 16-13 is the score. North Fulton with the serve and the lead. They won game 1, 25-12. I want to bring you this contest is United Community Bank. Their services are designed to keep you in the game when you're on the go. With online and mobile banking that's nothing but net and friendly services you can count on from the leader of community banking. Choose UCB. Choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Tune-Macomb. Also, MTC Communications. Unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. They offer service in McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County. Check www.crowdfiber.com for more availability. Havens gets it across. The Sharping still serving. Collier's going to set quick in the middle. Havens now. Oakman's going to have to give the free ball to the other side. Collier back sets Gorsuch, and she's going to hit it out. 16-14, and BPC trails by 2. Maisie Kramer back to serve again for BPC. I may have missed a point, but I've got BPC with 14 points and just 5 service points. And a service error there for BPC. I've got just 7 for North Fulton. Which, I guess, by side outs, that adds up correctly. Gorsuch back to serve now. That means she'll be the setter. Havens with the serve receive. Oakman gets the kill. And the point for BPC. Now McAvoy goes back, but it's going to be Ashanti Strange coming in to serve for BPC. Strange with the jump serve. Short, quick. Gets called for the illegal hit. I was going to give her some credit. She got a hand out there to hit it, but she just kind of carried it a little bit. And she did, but I thought maybe she was going to get away with it. Strange on the serve again. To Sharping. To the net it comes, and Gorsuch can't do anything with it. Another point for BPC, and it's knotted at 17 apiece. BPC trying to send this to a third set. Now Hartstern can't control that one, and BPC has a lead. 3 straight service points for Ashanti Strange. To Sharping. Quick was able to get it across. Now back set to Oakman. Oakman pushes to Hartstern. Middle set to Quick from Gorsuch, and she's going to get a kill. Ellie Quick gets the kill and knots the score back at 18 apiece. Back to serve for the Wildcats, number 7, Olivia Hanlon. Strange, Rotifer. Oakman can't get it over the net. Not a good set. Have to call that a setting error. And Hamlin's going to get a point. Her team leads 19-18. Another nice pass to Rotifer. Hartstern. Now back to Hartstern. Havens. Rotifer a bump set far side to Sickles, and she's going to hit it way out the back of the court. A hitting error, and it's a 2-point advantage again for the Wildcats as Hanlon gets another point. Olivia Hanlon to serve again. Curley, excuse me. Collier. Curley with a dig. Strange from a back row attack. And then Gorsuch tried to do the push over backwards from the setting position. Can't get it done. It's a side out to BPC. Courtney Oakman going back to serve now for the Spartans, trailing by 1, 20-19. Right at Sharping. Now Collier's going to set Ellie Quick. Strange going to pass it to Rotifer. Back row attack to Strange. Now Hartstern's going to hit it in the net. A hitting error, and we're knotted at 20 again. 20-20 here in set number 2. The first set went 25-12 to the Wildcats, so BPC has to win this to try and have a chance to get to the third set and a chance to win. That goes off Hanlon, out of bounds. Another point for BPC, and they take a 1-point lead. Oakman with her 3rd service point of the contest. 2 in a row here. Another hard serve right at Sharping. A nice pass that time to Gorsuch. Comes near side to Hartstern. Rotifer to Gilfillan. Now it's going to be Oakman pushing it across. It's going to come to the net. It comes over. It was an overpass. I thought it was going to hit the net. Now Sickles is going to push it across. Now Collier is going to set Ellie Quick, and she'll get the kill, and we'll knot it at 21. Quick will take a seat. Tarchioni will check in. Bridson will check in as well. Checking out will be Sharping. Tarchioni serving in Quick's location, and then passing error by Strange gives the Spartans a 22-21 disadvantage as the Wildcats lead. Tarchioni serving again. Nice pass that time. Sickles with the hit, and it goes out. There's been a few passing errors, but for the most part, the passing has been better here, especially in set number 2. A timeout on the floor charge to BPC. We'll tell you that this game is brought to you by Community Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough and part of Fulton County, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245. And the Princess Shop. The Princess Shop is your local one-stop home for women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Stop by and see them at 1520 East Jackson Street in Macomb. Tarchioni, the serve. And they're going to call a lift on Sickles as the pass from Strange went awry. And it's 24-21, BPC facing set and game point here. Tarchioni the serve. Havens a pass. Rodefer to Gilfillan. Now Gorsuch is going to set middle to Bridson. She's going to tip it, and it's going to fall right into the heart of the Spartan defense, and that's how it'll end, 25-21 here in the second set for a two-game win for the Wildcats. We'll take a break and be back with the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show right after this.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School as Coach Judy Bowman has joined us. And, well, the first game, kind of like the JV first game, wasn't real good. Correct. I thought the passing got a whole lot better there in set number 2. It just wasn't quite enough.
That's true. I mean, they need to learn to move their feet just a little bit more instead of, getting stuck. They kind of, stopped moving, stopped talking. That's something that we need to continue to work on, is to keep moving our feet. But they look really good.
It sounds like the same kind of thing that Coach Rodefer talked about. Communication is probably more than any sport in volleyball. Communication is very, very important.
Oh, yeah.
And just because, if people, it's hard to follow a rotation without communicating, just as simple as that. So, but it seemed to me that the passing was much improved in the second set.
Oh, yeah.
Ashanti Strange passed the ball pretty well. I thought that Gracie Havens passed the ball pretty well there in the second set. Just a couple names are coming to mind, but everybody seemed to pass it. And it's hard. You had more hits tonight. You had more hitting errors tonight.
Right.
But that means at least you were getting the pass to the set to have a chance to hit the ball, right?
Correct.
So you take on one step at a time, right?
Yep, one step at a time. You have to have the pass to get the set to be able to hit.
Rodefer had a pretty good game at the setting position. I thought a few setting errors, but nothing major. She put the ball where it needed to be for the most part.
Yeah, she did. I keep moving because I don't like this camera thing on me.
And Miles just keeps turning it to you.
I know he does.
Hey, should we tell everybody what you told Miles last Tuesday night before the first game?
Yeah, Tuesday night before the first game, I came up and I told Miles, no close-ups of me, and he goes, "Okay, I'll do a lot."
That's how Miles is. He's a Hewlett, so he doesn't listen real well. If you haven't figured that out yet, you had him in school though, right?
I did have him in school. Yes.
Did he listen when he was in your class?
No.
No.
Not a whole lot.
No, he doesn't listen to anybody. He doesn't listen to me either, so don't feel bad.
Okay. I don't feel bad then.
One of the girls that I've been impressed with, she doesn't play back row, but Courtney Oakman has hit the ball pretty well for you guys. She's done a pretty good job when she gets to the front row. She's been starting middle back for you, but when she gets to the front row in that rotation, she's done a pretty good job for you up front.
Yeah, her and Amanda are, awesome when they come to that middle and are hitting. But yeah, her hits have been on.
And Gilfillan's done the same thing. She's done a good. Those are your two hitters that have done pretty well. It seems like your left has been struggling a little bit. Up until this last set, really, the passes weren't real great, so the sets weren't real great for the left. But
right
as that comes along, I saw Ashanti get a few chances at left tonight and for McAvoy. Is that something we'll see a little bit of as we move through the season?
Yep, we're going to be seeing that, especially with Taylor being out with concussion. The lineup may change just a little bit. So, because Gustafson has a mild concussion from where she played ping pong with the ball last game.
Oh, yeah, because she got smacked right in the forehead.
Yeah, it came off her arms and hit her in the head, and so she's out for at least 5 days. So
well, we'll hope that she's okay. That's a tough break for her. She played pretty well for you the other night, really.
Right. I mean, even with the headache, that I didn't know she had because she didn't tell me.
Well, players don't ever tell you.
Yeah.
In the game, they want to keep playing. You can't discourage them on that because they want to play, and you have to appreciate the fact that they want to play. But at the same time, in this day and age, head injuries are very important. So
right. So because I kept asking them to say, "Are you all right?" "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I found out later, no, I had a raging headache, and then the next day she was nauseous, and so
So it was a pretty good one then.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. So she's on concussion protocol. So.
Well, I know that you guys are gone for a whole week. We don't have you back on till the 25th, I think, is if my schedule was
Thursday.
right. Yeah, so you guys have a practice or two probably and a game or two between now and then. So
we have practice tomorrow, practice Monday, game Tuesday, game Wednesday, game Thursday, back home Thursday.
So how hard is that? I know the basketball team had that a lot, and maybe it's not going to be quite as bad for you guys as it was for the basketball team, but playing those games right in a row with not having a whole lot of time to practice beforehand, you just can't get in the flow of anything, really, can you?
Right, and you can't work out mistakes or work out lineup changes and that when you don't have practice time to do that. I mean, I understand shortened season, we're trying to get as many games in as possible, but, you need that practice in there as well.
But you, at the same time as you look forward in the program, every game or every practice you can get is better than
none at all.
What they had last year at the end of the spring and into the fall. If you'd had nothing, it would have been. This was a heck of a lot better than that.
Oh
right?
yeah, this is a heck of a lot better, and this actually helps because we go spring season, then summer, and then we're right back at it in the fall, hopefully.
Yeah, you've only got 6 months in between or 5 months in between instead of 8 or 9 months, right?
Exactly.
So there is some bonuses with that, I'm sure. So, well, Coach, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. And hopefully we can talk to you next Thursday after a win. How's that sound?
That sounds awesome.
Okay, I don't even know. Who are you playing next Wednesday? Do you know? Or next Thursday, I mean? We'll take a look. The 25th is Peoria Heights.
Yeah.
So we will talk to you after the Peoria Heights, and we'll hope it's a victory. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Bowman talking to us for a few minutes here on the post-game show. Brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. We mentioned it earlier. We'll mention it again. Tomorrow night, BWP Sparklones football on TSSR Game Time Live from Macomb High School. We'll have 2 sideline cameras. We'll have Miles up top in the wind and the cold. He's going to wear extra clothes tomorrow night. He's going to have a ton of fun up there. He's probably going to get an education, too, because he's going to be up there with Coach Snyder and Coach Akers. And so we'll have all kinds of fun tomorrow night. But we've got Jeff Borders and Chris Frankhauser on the call for tomorrow night's game. And we've got sideline cameras. We're going to try to do all kinds of fun stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Then we got JV football next Monday. Then the junior high girls basketball team finally kicks off their season next Tuesday. And junior high football next Tuesday as well, as the football team is at home against the North Fulton Wildcats. Well, we just do a lot of stuff with North Fulton. And then we're off on Wednesday, and then the 25th, BPC is back with Peoria Heights. And then the 26th, we have varsity football, West Hancock at West Prairie. So we have Ethan Hunt on the call for the junior high girls game here at BPC next on the 23rd, as I will be doing the junior high football game. against North Fulton on the 23rd. It'll be here at the high school as well, but Ethan's nice enough to come take care of that for us. So with that, we'll let you go. We greatly appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We'll talk to you again very soon. Tomorrow night, in fact, from Macomb High School. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.